Try to go like upward and then.
Should I say welcome to the Nets?
Yeah, like as soon as you do it, you start it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Welcome to a special episode of Nothing's Ever That Serious, a special spooky edition. This is the Halloween episode.
Yep.
Welcome back. We still got a sign. We still got a
hoop.
We still got a
Candle.
spooky candle.
Oh, spooky candle.
We also have a Frankenstein candle on that side.
Yep, that's right.
And we also have a lot of
Decorations.
We're in
OG, AI, OG T-Mac, they stay. Devon Franklin, he stays. Freddie and Chucky.
Freddie and Chucky are here. We got some ghosts.
We got Ghost.
Spiderweb Boo.
You know, boo. You know what I mean? Boo. Hanging out.
I'm if you haven't noticed, I got a costume.
Yes.
What do you think I am?
Some sort of, what do you?
I can give you a hint. You need a hint?
All right.
Go on back your car up in here. Let me take a look under the hood. Take a look at your carburetor.
Okay. A 70s porn director.
You got it. And we got the guru here. He's the wizard.
Grand wizard.
But
he's the guru and he's the wizard. So
I see you got the hat, but what's up with a towel and like a rubber ducky?
Yeah.
This is my grand scepter.
Okay.
And what are you? I think I have an idea, but what's your costume?
No, this is not a costume. I actually came straight from work.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I left early. I cut the route early, so I ain't.
Oh, okay, because you deliver mails and packages and stuff. Yep. Okay. What if people need their packages?
Funny you say that. Since we on the air, just in case he see this. Jerome Green, you going to jail if you don't pay your taxes, boy.
You need to deliver it.
Hey, he need to know. But this coming to you tomorrow. But hey, man, I just seen your name on one of these about 4 or 5 times.
What if it's due tonight?
Yeah, this is final notice. But you know, when you're on the final one, you had multiple. Right. So
he know. Okay. But yeah, thank y'all for coming back. Continue to like and subscribe. Keep telling your friends about us.
Road to 1K. Yeah,
road to 1K. You know, we're growing. We're continuing to grow. But I'm excited for Halloween.
Yes.
I'm excited for this episode because, as a kid, I didn't celebrate Halloween. I think I told you guys I grew up kind of conservative. Mm-hmm. So we kind of steered away from spookier holidays. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time my mom's friend finally convinced her to let us. She was like, let your kids go trick-or-treating.
Okay.
Because, we would always see the kids come and knock on the door.
Mm-hmm. Did y'all give candy, though?
No, we didn't get candy. We had to give Bible verses. So people would knock on the door.
You had to make them repent. Like, y'all got some nerve celebrating this.
Yeah, we throwing holy water on them.
But y'all pose like y'all are about to give candy.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
We would be like, Jesus saves.
Corinthian.
Yeah. But now that I'm an adult, I can celebrate.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
harmless fun.
Yeah, harmless fun. Nothing too crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
You ain't summoning no spirits or nothing,
Yeah. Growing up, we used to have to read books. My mom would take us to the library, and we would have to, pick out a book and read it. And somehow I stumbled upon it was a children's book, but I stumbled upon this book that it had scary stories.
Okay.
But I read this as a kid, and it's haunted me to this day.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and I'll pull it up, and we'll pull it up so they can see too.
Okay.
Oh, was it just to confirm that was you, Kemp?
That wasn't you?
He didn't touch anything.
Maybe.
We told y'all this is a spooky episode. And it's gonna get even spookier. Ooh.
I haven't used one of these in a long time, but my uncle is actually an optometrist, and he taught me how to make sure people can see and stuff.
Really?
So yeah, he taught me to
check eyes and stuff.
Okay. You want to do one live?
Yeah.
So all right.
I haven't had an eye exam in a long time.
Follow the pen.
Okay. You supposed to move it that fast? Okay.
You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Look over this shoulder.
Yep.
Look over this shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, you ugly as hell. you ugly as hell, boy. Yeah, okay, cool. Yep. That's.
All right. I'm gonna read y'all a scary story. The Green Ribbon. Once there was a girl named Jenny. She was like all the other girls, except for one thing. She always wore a green ribbon around her neck.
Ribbon.
Green ribbon.
Green ribbon.
There was a boy named Alfred in her class. Alfred liked Jenny, and Jenny liked Alfred. One day, he asked her, "Why do you wear that
Ribbon.
all the time?" "I cannot tell you," said Jenny. But Alfred kept asking, "Why do you wear it?" And Jenny would say,
Aggressive.
Yeah, that was
"It's not important."
okay.
Jenny and Alfred grew up and fell in love. One day they got married. After their wedding, Alfred said, "Now that we're married, you must tell me about the..."
Green ribbon.
"You still must wait," said Jenny. "I will tell you when the right time comes."
Time.
Years passed. Alfred and Jenny grew old. One day, Jenny became very sick. The doctor told her she was dying. Jenny called Alfred to her bedside. "Alfred," she said, "now I can tell you about the..."
Green ribbon.
"Untie it, and you will see why I could not tell you before." Slowly and carefully, Alfred untied the
ribbon.
and Jenny's head fell off.
What the?
And Jenny's head.
Her head was being attached by a little measly ribbon. Come on, yo. See, let me I can see why that would traumatize you, but let me tell you why I got a problem with this. There's no activities they've done. There's no activities that they've done this whole time where her head would have just come up. Cause that come on, man. That ribbon ain't gonna just keep your head on. Like, what if they went horseback riding?
She's like, hold on.
And he like,
let me tighten. Let me tighten my ribbon.
Is that your head?
Oh man, it scared me as a kid. But we always talk about on this podcast how I have commitment and relationship issues.
Right.
So,
maybe girl's head fall off?
Maybe that might be, subconsciously.
It's rooted.
Your trust issues.
Trust issues. I don't want to get too serious.
Right.
And she, has me untied the ribbon.
So how do you feel about turtlenecks and scarves?
Yeah, if a girl's wearing, I got to see under. I need to see what you got under there.
It's okay, if a girl is wearing a turtleneck, it's cool. Mm-hmm. But it's when she's getting out the shower and it's still on. That you might want to.
I might want to further investigate.
The red flags thing that they doing now?
Yeah, the red flags that are going viral. Red flag if she has a scarf on in the shower.
Yep.
Or a green ribbon. Green ribbon.
Just imagine that.
He waited till they got old. He was like
she's showering with this thing.
Right.
Do she change it?
You know what I'm saying? It's probably so dirty. What do you think it smells like?
You got to take it off because it stink now. It just stink.
He they got married, their honeymoon. He probably kissing her neck. She ain't changed his ribbon.
This the same one from when we was kids. Girl, at least switch this joint out. I ain't gotta look, but at least switch it out.
Some people might be into that. Maybe Alfred was into stinky ribbons.
And this was a long time ago.
But yeah, did you have any scary stories, fictional or nonfiction? I think this is a true story. I think it's based on a true story though.
Mine too.
Okay.
I do have a scary story. I'm just gonna go right into the story.
Okay. Spooky time. All right, let's hear your scary story.
And for this story, I just want to say in the beginning, we've been doing this podcast for a while.
We have.
Y'all usually think I'm joking when I'm being completely truthful.
We do.
So I want to say this in advance. This is a true story that's really happened, and it's even hard to,
right?
Because it's.
I'll reiterate this. I'm not lying. This is a real story.
I'm not lying. This is a true story.
This is a true story.
Right before I came back here, I was living in a different city. And when I would go to work, when I get off late, it was nighttime.
Okay.
And I used to take the bus. So one day, I'm taking the bus. I'm the only one on the bus. We get to my stop, but the driver keeps going. So we driving for a couple more minutes, and I see other stops, and he passing them too.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the front, and I'm like, okay. And then a few more minutes go by. We in a whole different city. We in a different town. And I'm knocking on the window a little bit. I'm like, yo, doop, 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 yo. I'm back here.
Right.
So I let a couple more minutes go by. Now I get up and I'm walking to the front.
Okay.
And I'm like right behind him. I'm like, yo, sir, I'm on the bus. You missed my stop.
Right.
And he ignores me. So now I'm like, yo, you missed my stop. Like I'm touching him. He turns and looked at me. He had no eyeballs. There was 2 black holes in his head. And he started laughing like, I just start knocking him. I'm knocking him. I'm knocking this dude like, cause he scared me.
Right.
I'm knocking this dude. The bus still going. We end up in the woods. So it's like, but I'm not letting him go because this is creepy. So I'm knocking him, right? Then we hit a tree. Boom. I knock out. I passed out.
Okay.
When I come back to, my vision is blurry. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
Right.
And then it started coming back to me. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm still on the bus. I look around. Nobody's on the bus.
Okay.
We in the woods and it's dark. I step off the bus and I take off. I'm like, take off running. As I'm running, all like branches and stuff just scraping me, cutting me up.
Right.
But I don't care because my adrenaline is going. So I'm going.
Right.
When I make it to the main road, it's this small building. It's like a bar. I just need to use the phone. So I run into the bar and there's a dude in there like wiping down the table. I'm like, sir, I need to use your phone. Can I please use your phone? He ignores me. So I walk up and I say, hey man, I need to use your phone. He turned around, looked at me. He had no mouth. I just start knocking him. I'm knocking him. Cause not again. I'm knocking this dude, dog, like punching him. Like I was training for I'm like, I turn around and I just run out the building and I just take off down the main road. I'm running. Adrenaline going again, so I'm not getting tired.
Right.
Running. As I'm running, it's some headlights behind me, like this.
Right.
Flashing behind me.
Okay.
And they getting closer and closer. I'm like, and they getting slow.
Okay.
But I keep running. And then so I stop and I'm walking because I'm like, whatever it is gonna get me. He pulls up to the side of me. Regular looking dude, rolls down the window. He said, you look like you're in trouble. Do you need help? I said, can you just get me into the city?
Right.
He was like, yeah, no problem. But I get in the back seat because I don't want no more funny business.
Right.
So I'm sitting in the back. He driving, everything cool. He don't say nothing. This is perfect because I don't want to talk anyway.
Right.
He gets me into the city and I'm just thankful. I'm like, thank you so much. I shake his hand. When I pull my hand back, his hand is still with me. His whole arm came off. His whole arm came out his socket. I just started knocking him with his arm. I'm knocking this dude, knocking him. I get out, run around, open the door, throw him out, and I get in the car and I drive back home to where I stay.
Okay.
So I park outside. I go in the house. Guess what I do?
What?
I go straight to bed because I don't want. It was too
much,
crazy.
Too much going on.
Next day, I wake up I meet up with one of my homeboys. So I was like, maybe it was a dream and it didn't happen. So as soon as I got with my homie, he was like, yo, what's those scratches from? And then I remembered, I was like, dang, I was getting scratched by the tree branches.
By the woods.
So I looked down, I was like, dang. So it did happen. And when I look back at him, he had no eyes or no mind, and I just started knocking him. Knocking him. And I moved immediately. I just left. And that's when I came back here and I met y'all. So I'm glad to be here and I'm safe.
Right. We're glad you're here too. Ooh. Summon the lights.
Oh.
That actually.
Now I'm safe.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I was saying, my mom growing up super conservative, she kind of wanted to protect us from Halloween and like evil forces and things like that, because she actually grew up, I told you she grew up in South America. So they say like in third world countries that there's a lot more like paranormal activity.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys have heard that or not, but my mom said her grandfather, so maybe it was my great grandfather,
right? But
he actually like practiced witchcraft. So she said,
like legit,
yeah, like serious. She's telling us this when we were kids, and she said there was a room that when she, you hearing something?
No, I felt something. Go ahead.
You felt something tapping you on the shoulder.
My bad.
Yeah. So she said when she would go over to visit, and they were like, this is not a joke. You cannot, we know you're kids, but if you go in this room, you will die. Like you couldn't, like
just plain out, like you would die if you go in
like right away. You have like the.
So she was telling us a story about her.
My bad. Cause
you seeing stuff.
It's weird over here.
Yeah, you keeping an eye on the energies.
Because I've been through stuff too.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Go ahead, my bad.
So she told us there was a story about a guy who had like somebody real important to him die.
Okay.
And it just like traumatized him so much, and he was like, I didn't even get to say bye. I need to reach out to this person. And so my great grandfather was like, I can help you reach him, but you have to listen to everything that I say. Okay. So they go into the room that my mom wasn't allowed to go into.
Oh, okay.
And so she said they start the ceremony. So he's listening to the voice of my great grandfather. Right. Say if I was the grandfather and you were the guy,
right? And
I was taking you to meet Kemp.
Yes.
I'm gonna just take you to him, but don't let him. Make sure you always hear my voice.
Okay.
So I'm like, come on, let's go. Okay. And the way I'm picturing it as a kid, I pictured it as like,
I think I'm seeing it how you are too.
Yeah, like it's like a black room and there's like steps and you're just following.
You can only see where you are.
Yeah. You can't see anything else. So I'm like, Jay, come on, let's go. He's this way. Listen to me. Follow me. Nope, don't go over there. Come over here. All right, here he comes. And then Kemp comes in.
Come over here.
Yeah, and he's like, here he is. Here's your friend.
Oh,
tell him you miss him.
Tell him this is creepy. This is creepy because Kemp doing that. Yo.
I was a kid. I was a kid when my mom was telling me this.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm invested. Yo.
Yeah, and then so I'm like, here he is. Reconnect with him. There's your friend. You wanted to see him. You're like, I missed you, man. Like, how are things on the other side? Right. I'm gonna see you on the other side, and then I'm like, okay, we have to go back now. But because he was reconnecting with the friend, like say if you were connecting with Kemp, and I'm like, all right, let's go. It's time to leave.
Right.
Come on, listen to my voice. Follow me. The friend started.
I want to play with you forever.
And you're like, wait, hold on, I'm not done. He wants me to come with him.
Okay.
And he keeps
like you.
Keep going.
That's my boy. Like
yeah.
We can deliver mail all over the
all over the place. And I'm like,
you're like,
but he said
we could go deliver mail. He's like, come on, it'd be like old times. And I'm like, no, don't listen to, no. Put the mail away.
No, he said we could.
No, listen. Remember, I said, listen to me.
But he gonna get kicked out if he don't get this bill.
Listen to me, like follow me back.
All right.
And then so he, he got distracted, And
the guy got distracted.
Yeah. And the grandfather knew, my great grandfather knew because he's done it before.
Mm-hmm.
And so he kept warning him, made sure. So he's like calling him back. He's like, come on, let's go. And the friend just never came back.
He just stayed in the room.
I don't know how to interpret it, but he never came back.
So what it could possibly be mentally or spiritually, he never came back.
That's how,
because,
like, as I'm older now, I was thinking maybe he never came back. Like,
and that's how you die.
Because if he just in the room, that house stink, yo. There's a bunch of people just chilling in that room.
And it's like, you know, you have your physical form, and then you have your spiritual, your soul.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think that's what she meant, or that's how she was told as a kid, that he never came back because this person meant so much to him, and that then he once he got to see them again, he got to reconnect. He was just like, I want to stay with this person.
Wow.
So maybe his body came back, and he was still alive, but he was just dead, dead inside.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't play with spirits, boy.
Yeah, so
I do not play with no spirits.
Yeah, so that's basically why she was teaching it to us, because she was like, you know, evil forces are real.
Yep.
And she wanted us to know that as kids. So it's like she's teaching us about God and religion, but she's also like, there's
it's the spirit realm, man. Like, even stuff that you say into the atmosphere goes to the spirit realm. If you be talking about death and stuff like that all the time, it's gonna it come to you.
Right. You feel that way too?
Yeah, no, that's some scary stuff. I definitely believe in all of that. I feel like there's a spiritual connection to everything, but people just be playing with that stuff like it's nothing.
I witnessed a possession. Like, me and my homies, we was in the house and we was playing the game, and it was like all this commotion outside, and we ran to the door. When we got there, we saw the neighbor's car had a boot on it. It was being possessed.
I think that's
and it was traumatizing.
Repossessed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was a possession that happened.
Got you.
Yeah, it stuff like that. It messed with your mind too.
It stays
just like
with
a spirit, man.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine if that was your car. When you
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've heard stories of nice spirits.
Nice
too,
spirits,
you know,
and bad spirits. Yeah, because like you said, like, I was taught that, you know, spirits weren't something to play with, but I did as an adult go to a reading. Have you ever had like a?
I don't play with it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, I tried to stay away.
When you intertwine the worlds, like you said, your boy, the dude didn't come back.
Stuck.
You
You're
get
not
stuck.
coming back. Yeah,
but you actually went.
I actually went to one.
Okay.
And you know, had my reading, and they said one day you're gonna have a famous podcast. I ain't believer. And then this is the guru, and then this crusty line right here. That's your co-host.
That's you.
But no, she did, and what I realized was she was just a normal person who was kind of like in touch with like this spirituality rather than like you know, like religion. She was into like spirituality and feelings and energies and that kinds of stuff. And so she did my my card reading, and then she read my palm. But she said that she noticed that I came with another person or another. I came with another energy or another being.
Okay.
My high school girlfriend. I don't know if you guys ever had anyone close to you pass away. But my high school girlfriend. I was a year older than her, and so when I graduated and went to college, she was in her senior year, and she lived in Georgia. It was a storm in Georgia, and a tree branch fell and like hit her. Not a branch, but when I say branch,
like a whole, probably.
Like a whole.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like fell and hit her in the head, and because the storm was so bad that they said the emergency systems had went out for a little bit. So it delayed the paramedics getting to her. I think they said by like 8 minutes or something like that. So they said she was just like there saying, it hurts. But she died. That was like the craziest experience I've ever had in my life. And so I went down to the funeral, and she had just texted me like a few days before. And that was my first time seeing someone who's passed away, and she had an open casket, and it was kind of like that wasn't her. That wasn't the girl that I dated. It was just like
right. Was y'all currently dating when it happened?
Well, I was in college. We were still we were still good friends, and we were talking. But when you get to college, you're like,
right. I know what you're saying.
You're still in high school. I moved on to that kind of thing. But she was a great person, and so it was like she was so young, and then anyway, so I didn't know how to deal with like when I was at the funeral. Imagine that being the first person. I was like super close to this person. I was bawling. I was driving back home. I was listening to all the songs we used to listen to, and then it was raining, and then like it just stopped raining all of a sudden, and like the sky, and I felt like this presence. That was the first time I ever felt like a presence, and it was just like it's okay. It was like. I know it's a comedy podcast, but this is serious. Right. But there was no hand, but it was like the presence was like, it's okay, I'll be with you.
Okay.
And so it's like I'm not saying that she's like my angel. I'm not saying any of that stuff, but it was just like that calming feeling. It was like, was it her or was it
when you got the reading? It could have been.
It could have been her. That's what I was trying to relate it back to. I was like, well, maybe it's her.
Wow. No, that's deep. That's wow.
So, but I've also had like bad experiences too, because, and this one's kind of funny. When I moved back, remember when everyone got into like thrifting and like that thrift song, I'm gonna pop someday. Everybody was like, it was trendy to be thrifty.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'm with this. Like, why go to the mall and buy, something new, repurpose something. So I went to the thrift store and I bought some boots. I was like, "Ooh, I like these boots. They're a little rough around."
them toes haunted. You can't tell me they ain't. Golly.
These boots were a little rough around the edges, but I went to the store and I got some.
You got corns and bunions on the same toe. God, it's candy corn.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Halloween. It's candy corn. So I bought the little shiner and I was like, I'm gonna shine these boots up. And I like set them next to my bed before.
This already funny.
And I tried them on. I was like, I got new laces and everything. This is a true story.
Okay.
I'm asleep, right? Old boy comes, wakes me up.
Who is old boy?
The owner of the boots. Yo, he came back for his boots.
He was like, bro, these my work boots. Boy, I gotta go to work. What?
But he didn't have to go to work no more because his
don't do that, man.
His physical form.
Don't do that. He could still be working that same job.
Right. Okay. Yeah. He might.
He's still working the shipyard.
Yeah. You got work tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Hold on. What color you said the boots was? Did they have the green tips on the laces?
Yeah. So
tell the story right.
Yeah. So the very nice boots.
Nice boots.
Yo,
he wasn't like this while you were asleep.
He kind of like held me down.
Whoa.
And like how there's like because that used to happen to me when I was in college. I think it started, but I looked it up, and there's a thing called sleep paralysis. I was aware of sleep paralysis, but that's not what this was.
Okay.
He was like them.
Wait. So you're asleep, and he's tapping on you with one finger like this.
And he woke me up, and that's what I'm saying. Like my grandma is, because we used to live in this house that was haunted. It was like a very old house, and so like when I tell you my grandma is like super spiritual, like she's like the what you call devout. You met her, and she's like a devout Christian. Like she could recite the Bible front to back. She like, we used to joke when we were kids, like, because we wouldn't go in her room. We're like, did you go in grandma's room? She's like, yeah, she was levitating on the bed.
With a Bible.
With a Bible, like, oh, yeah. So
and the pages was turning by itself.
Yeah. So she used to be like, oh, there was a spirit in the house.
Okay.
And
Wow.
but I prayed it out. So you guys are good. Every day I pray like a protection upon
And let me tell you,
guys.
it ain't no prayer warriors like grandmas,
Like
great grandmas,
grandmas,
great
yeah.
aunts. I'm still here. We still here because
Right.
somebody was praying hard for us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Them OGs, those is real prayers. They was in front of God when they was praying.
Right. No, yeah, that's how those.
These little BS prayers y'all do now,
Mm-hmm.
they bounce around a little bit before it get up there.
Right.
You know?
But yeah, so she was like, yeah, so I told her about it in the morning. I said, I gotta
Wait, let's go back to this though. Because
Okay.
you just said he woke you up. So you're asleep.
Yeah, he woke me up and he said, them my boots. this it's funny now, but it is real.
So you sleeping on your back.
Mm-hmm.
And you literally, where'd you feel it, right?
He just tapped me on my shoulder like this.
Was it light or was it like, hey,
It was heavy.
I got
It was
an
pretty
issue
heavy.
with you?
Yeah.
Like,
It was
okay.
like that. He was like, hey, I got, and he didn't have to say it. Like I knew.
And what was your first, you see him right away?
I see him right away. I saw him. And
Can
he
you
just,
describe him or?
I think he was like of African American descent.
Yeah, because we would come back for our boots. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And yeah, just an ordinary guy. And we
He
were like,
said, them my boots.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Did you reply?
It was telepathic. We were
Okay.
communicating telepathically. Like he woke me up and was like, I'm here for the boots.
And you like,
And I was like,
you're here for the boots.
I was like, I cleaned them for you. And he was like, let me get my boots back.
yeah, what was the voice? Was it like a scary voice or was it like?
It was no voice. I'm telling you, it was telepathic.
Oh, you just like, this is what he's saying to
This
me.
is what he's
But
saying
you can
to me.
see him though.
I could see him, and we're talking, but we're not using words.
Okay.
Like let's
I think I
let's
get what
try
you're
it right
saying, though.
now. Like let's
Okay.
exchange like a short thing, and let's see if we
Are you
can.
gonna know what I said?
No, I mean, we're gonna try to see
Okay.
if we could do it.
You ready? Kemp's falling asleep.
Wait, did you? I'm about to say it.
That's what you
I
said.
said it already.
That's what you said?
Nah,
Oh, okay, so I was wrong.
Yeah. I was like, dang, you look stupid as opposed to man.
I was gonna say that you was okay.
All right, now,
But I get what you're saying.
like,
though.
tell me something.
All right.
Still ugly. Still ugly.
So you got it, right?
Yeah.
And I ain't even had to say nothing.
All right. But it's actually interesting because I think I told you I was traveling for work, and I was actually down in North Carolina today and yesterday.
Shout out to Carolina. I love that place.
Yeah, North Carolina. It was a nice town. I've never been to Fayetteville before. Have you ever been there?
Yep.
Fayetteville.
no.
And it was kind of the vibe I got from it, that it was kind of like a hippie town, or at least the
Okay.
people that I entered, or the
Okay.
area that I was in.
Okay.
So me and my coworker, we were sitting in the car, and we had this gentleman approach us. He approached the window. The windows were up,
Okay.
and he was like, roll down the window. And we said, this is a friendly town. Let's go ahead and roll the window down. Otis.
That's his name.
I mean Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
call him Eddie from the 5 Heartbeats.
Okay.
Eddie comes out from a store, and we're like, oh, okay, what store were you in? And he was in a crystal store.
Okay.
Or are you familiar with they sell like crystals and other like spiritual things.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I said that I thought it was like a hippie town, because there was actually a couple of them. There was like 2 or 3. We were like, what were you doing in there? And he was like, that's just something that I'm interested in.
Okay.
And so he starts telling us about, what goes down in the crystal store.
Okay.
And we're like, oh, that's very interesting. Can you tell me more about that? I have a podcast.
Oh, okay.
And we're doing a special Halloween episode. Can you teach us more about the spiritual realm that we were talking about? And he says, okay, I can drop some knowledge on you, but you're gonna have to pay me. So I actually took the video, and I'm gonna pull it up, and we can kind of take a look. So Kemp, if you can pull up the video, we'll watch a little bit of it. And this is him kind of like explaining some of the stuff that he's into. Okay, so tonight we're doing a special Halloween episode, and we want to learn about psychic powers and witches. And you were telling me about a stone that you have. that has psychic powers?
This stone is called Amethyst. As you can see, it's purple.
Okay.
It is great for psychic stimulation. One thing about being psychic I've learned, it's an ability that you don't necessarily have to be born with. You can train it like a muscle, like playing basketball or singing.
We're
or
basketball players,
any type
so
of
we could be
activity
psychics
where
too.
you have to train your muscle. You just have to train it. And one thing I can tell you specifically about being psychic, not that I'm quite psychic, I will tell you that I can do something called scrying, which means I just can simply see faces. They're not demons, or I'm not afraid. They're just little faces, but I see them in the rocks. I see them in dirt. I see them in clouds. I see them in glasses and mirrors for there's fog or condensation left over. This does make you more sensitive, but one thing I love about amethyst is it's a nurturing stone. It's a calming stone.
Okay.
It will just help you. It's also a spiritual stone. It operates at a high vibration for spirituality, and it helps make things clearer to you. And also, as far as what were we talking about?
Psychic and
psychic.
Issues.
One key thing I'm learning from my book, The Psychic Witch, which is by Matt Arn.
So he was telling me that he's a witch. He's a practicing witch.
M-A-T-R-A-U-R-Y-N. I suggest everyone get it that's interested. Psychic Witch.
I actually ordered this for you on Amazon. It's coming to your house.
You ain't get it from me.
Any type of psychic receptivity, because you must be in a relaxed state of mind. You must be relaxed. And
can we pause it right here?
Just be.
So what he was talking about was this stone called amethyst. And that stone had like some it allowed you to become like a psychic. And I don't know if you heard him, but he said you don't have to be born with it. I thought that to be a psychic you had to be born with like special powers, but he said you could learn it, like basketball. Like we learn how to play basketball, so we could learn how to be psychics.
Okay.
So at the store, I actually purchased a couple of different things, and so let me share some of that stuff with you. We'll start with this, because I don't know if you caught it, but another thing he said is, a lot of this stuff when he's seeing these faces that he talked about, like he sees faces, it has to be done in like a meditative state.
Okay.
So we need to kind of cleanse the room. And this, the lady was telling me that this is an ancient ritual that they, I think the Incas used to do. And this bowl, it just it allows for different vibrations, because you as a human, you vibrate.
Okay.
Yeah, you ever heard that expression before? Like your energy is
YOLO people be wild.
Like the vibration of your energy.
Okay.
So I just want to, Kemp's kind of tired today, and the energy in the room is a little different because it's Halloween.
Okay.
So I just want to bring the energy back.
Okay.
So just allow me to. You're supposed to like close your eyes. How you feeling,
Do it
Kemp?
again.
When you wake up, you will be Drew.
Welcome to. We got a sign.
So so he was telling us about this rock, amethyst.
Yeah.
Amethyst. And so I actually purchased.
Oh, you have it.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have.
You lost your amethyst?
No, I got it. So go ahead and read some of the properties of amethyst for us while I took a picture of which stone it is.
A stone of spiritual protection and purification, a natural stress reliever that clears negative energy and brings peace, stability, courage, and inner strength.
So that doesn't sound that bad. Like when you think of like people who are into like the spiritual realm and stuff like that, it's just a rock, and it's supposed to bring like, all these different things.
Okay.
But it does, like he said, he sees faces in them.
Okay.
It brings out like his psychic powers.
Okay. Okay.
And so he said like it's learned. It's something that you could practice.
Okay.
So I wanted to see maybe we both can rub it and see.
Oh, if we get those psychic
if
properties.
we get the psychic
Okay.
properties.
All right.
Okay.
The Lord got me, so it ain't gonna take me under.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So let me start. Kemp, are you gonna participate? So we're gonna see if it works. So you don't have to participate.
So what does it have to do with me?
Nothing. We're just gonna see if this works.
Oh, okay.
I'm not feeling anything.
Is your rock charged?
Maybe it's not charged.
You know you have to charge your rocks.
Oh wait, I am seeing something.
Who is it?
It's kind of like an afro.
Afro.
Yeah.
What up? What
I'm
else?
seeing like now I'm seeing money.
How much?
$100.
Let me see. Was this found in the middle of the street? That might have been like a lie, right? It was given.
It was a gift.
The $100 was a gift. But the person experiencing this says that they found it in the middle of the street to their parents, so they wouldn't know where they got it. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. I think this is working. I'm seeing something sweet. Looks like more of a haven.
Sweet Haven?
Sweet Haven.
Is that a school?
Hold on. It kind of has a rank smell. It. What does it smell like?
Is that urine?
It does smell like urine. Ew. Sweet Haven urine. Is any of this making sense to you?
Not me. Do you know? Does any of this ring a bell?
Yeah, quite a bit of it.
Let me see.
I'm seeing a
cowboy hat.
A cowboy hat.
Is that a bus driver with
a
cowboy hat?
Looks like a bus driver with a cowboy hat.
Are you getting robbed, Mr.?
No, hold on. There's a small seats, but there's like a lot of.
It's like 4 people to a seat, but it's all boys.
Hold on, I think on the other side, it's all girls
on the
and
other side.
One guy with a fro.
Fro it, bro.
What's Fro it, bro doing? Is any of this ring?
I don't know where this is coming from. So
that stuff I don't even remember. That's crazy.
Bro, I don't know.
What happened? Cam, what's funny, bro?
What are you laughing at?
Oh man! Wow.
What are you?
You have an explanation?
Yeah.
Do you have an explanation?
We have my old elementary school, Sweet Haven.
That was your school.
That was your school.
Yes, it was. It was a school I attended.
Wow.
Okay.
I did have a bus driver who loved to wear cowboy hats. It was his favorite item of clothing. If he could wear just cowboy hats, I think he would.
What was his name?
His name was Rob. We hated Rob. He was despicable.
How many?
He forced 4 people to a seat, and he gave everyone assigned seats in high school, and it was complete horror.
What about the 100?
Yeah. What about the money? Does that?
It's 100. That's interesting. Because I don't know many people who even know that story.
There's no explanation for how we were. I guess he's right.
He's just right.
He's just right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was amazing. All right, you ready for some more?
Yeah, let's keep going. Some nice homework.
Being witch, Witcher actually means Witcher is Anglo-Saxon. It means to bend or shape the unseen forces.
Okay.
Witchcraft is simply a pagan earth-based religion. The pentagram with the circle simply means it stands for the earth, the air, the fire, the water, and the
It's just
spirit.
earth.
So I can say basically
just
I'm
the
a
elements.
tree hugger.
Yeah.
Tree
Harmless.
hugger.
He's a
because we
tree
love
hugger.
nature. We love to be in tune with nature. A lot of the rituals happen to coincide with the seasons, the spring, the summer, the fall, and a lot of things with the lunar, with the moon and the sun. Right. So it's not all evil and we worship the devil and that's a bunch of baloney. Okay. I can't speak for no one else. Right. I can say from my experience and my studies thus far, that is not what it is about.
Okay. It's about like some of the things you were
It's
just
about
describing.
just celebrating Mother Earth.
Right.
Mother
The
Earth.
goddess and the god, the cavemen. They first started it because, during a hunt, they wanted to have a successful hunt. They would magically draw some people hunting buffalo on a cave, and that was type of a way of mimicking the actual hunt and praying for favor from the gods and the goddesses to grant them that magical gift to kill, and so they could feed their family. So it's all about just being in harmony with Mother Nature. That's all it's about.
All right.
So what'd you think about what he's saying there?
I'm just going to go ahead and say that's great, and he can continue to do that. I'm going to stay craft free.
But I ordered you a book.
I'm going to return it. I don't want nobody visiting me.
Did you take anything away from our friend here?
I just can't. You need to do a reaction video of Mama Drew watching this.
I'm gonna say I can't trust
Of this guy or
Yes.
this episode? Oh,
This guy, it put her reaction to what he said.
right.
Because that'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
She gonna see you like that? What?
I just met him. I was just asking him to tell me about some of the stuff that he's learning about. I'm not saying
That's one right
ISIS.
there on his.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, that one is that's the fluorite.
Okay.
So if I was to try to perform like psychic, like say if I wanted
I
to,
can't tell you that. Not yet, because I'm still reading the book.
Okay.
What I can give you is a quick
Be careful with the
money
stack.
spell.
Okay.
Money. This is what everybody loves and wants.
Money.
Money.
You want money,
Baby,
right?
boys and girls. Money
do
loves the
want money.
scent of cinnamon. It's true.
So he taught
cinnamon.
me-
Get you a cinnamon bark, boys and girls. Get a gold or yellow thread. Pierce it at the top. Hang it in your car like
is a
an air
money spell he
freshener.
gave
And
me.
simply say, "Sweet cinnamon of mine." Money is mine in record time, and I promise you money is gonna fly at you in a whirlwind. You're gonna find it on the ground. Bank might even give you extra money in your account.
All right, can
You
we
might
pause
get
right there?
anonymous
Yeah, pause.
letters.
I'm sorry. His spell,
Don't do it.
that spell,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it before.
You've heard that spell for real?
Yeah, but it wasn't a spell.
It's a spell, and money is attracted to the smell of
And
cinnamon.
then you say sweet cinnamon or whatever.
sweet cinnamon of mine.
Got you.
Money arise.
I'm
in record
100%
time.
sure that originated in a strip club.
So I told you I was coming down. I was coming back from Fayetteville, so I didn't have a chance to get cinnamon. But I do.
Mm-hmm.
You got Big Red?
No, I got cinnamon toast crunch.
Put it in here.
So we gotta, but we have to do the sweet
And you
cinnamon of mine.
You all the way at the bottom. You ate most of it.
Money arise in
The spell gone.
money arise in record time. So,
Miss Catherine's gonna beat your ass.
She gonna tear you up, boy. Say it now.
all right, you ready? Are y'all doing? Or am I doing? Y'all ain't gonna.
You
You
gotta
you
go
don't want
ahead.
the money?
No, I'm good.
If you
good?
get the money, you nice enough to give it.
No, I ain't gonna. If I do this on my own and I get the money, I ain't sharing.
I'm good.
That's crazy.
That's all your money.
All right, sweet
Love you.
sweet cinnamon of mine, money arise in record time. Sweet sweet cinnamon.
It's raining.
Let me check my account.
Oh, it's 50-cent pieces. Oh,
Let me check my account. Oh, it's still red.
is this a pay week?
I
You-
get paid.
you still in the negative.
I get paid bi-weekly.
I'm not gonna lie. I prayed against it. So,
Really?
Hey man, amen.
Hey, there you go.
God gonna block them spirits, man.
Mm-hmm. There's no, but
Should we-
but that's what I'm trying to. Let's bring it home.
Okay.
I
Should
think.
we tell him how we
Oh,
we knew his life?
Oh, I know how you knew my life.
how do we know your life?
You had to have called someone.
I ain't calling anybody.
You had to have talked to Aaron.
Who?
Who?
Aaron.
Who's
To
that?
to clear myself, I don't know who Aaron is or what he looks like.
You had to have talked to Aaron. It's the only possible way.
Who is Aaron?
Who's Aaron? That's what we're asking.
My brother.
I know he has a brother. How would I don't have his number. How would I have talked to him?
I don't know. There's social media and all sorts of things, but you talk.
He's
to
on
Aaron.
social media. Do y'all look alike?
No,
Like, could I be like, that's Kemp's brother?
no.
Does he have your last name?
He does not.
So how would I know how to find him? You never talked about him. You want to know for real how I did it?
Yeah.
Amethyst.
It's Aaron. I know how you did it.
Amethyst.
It's Aaron.
Aaron.
All right. You know, this has kind of been a spooky episode. You know, but you know, regardless of your beliefs, you know, Halloween is a time where we learn that, you know, these forces are real, these spiritual forces and things like that. So, you know, but there is kind of like a fun side of Halloween as well. And, you know, I think we could appreciate, you know, the fun side of Halloween. But at the same time, you know, it was interesting for me to meet this guy and you know, just kind
very
of
coincidental.
Just kind of learn, on Halloween that I just, you know, kind of ran into this guy who wanted to share, you know, some of the stuff that he's into, some of the witchery and things, you know. So, you know, and he was a nice guy, you know. What's the moral of Halloween?
Don't buy no damn boots.
No, don't buy them used.
Don't buy no used boots.
Don't buy them used.
Wait. The moral.
Yeah, the moral.
Hold on. Look over here. Yeah, you ugly as hell.
That's the takeaway. That's how you use that.
We got a sign.
Yeah, let's go out.
We have candle decoration.
Hey Andy, I got a funny story to tell on the podcast this week, and you got to guess if I'm lying or not. Okay?
Nothing's ever that serious. Like and subscribe. Share the video with people.
Share it, please. Share the video. Share it with your
roll
friends.
to 1K. 1K
and
subscribers.
We'll see y'all next week. We out.
And we're out.
Jay with the jokes, funny guy. Drew with the blah blah, telling crazy stories for a lifetime. Kemp got the wisdom for him, like nothing's ever that serious. And if you don't listen, then you're delirious.
Bro, you can't say that. Why not? Because we're live. I just said nothing's ever that serious.